Hello again. Well, it's 19 days to Hyrox. 19 days time today, I'll be preparing for my second Hyrox up at Birmingham. So I hope you found it useful talking about pre-race fueling and caffeine. Today I wanted to talk a little bit kind of left field, but again, equally as important as this kind of pre-race prep is what you're going to wear. Now, you know, I like bright colors. This might have come across if you've watched enough of my videos. There's bright colors behind me here. You'll see bright colors on all the videos. So I know what I'm wearing, and I decided a little kind of while ago. But it's one of those things that if you've done Hyrox before, if you haven't done Hyrox before, Hyrox is always in a big venue. Birmingham is obviously in the NEC, which I've been to for many, many years, doing various events and things like that. None of them anything to do with fitness or anything like that, but, you know, kind of corporate events and stuff like that. Now, it's essentially a huge, great multiple warehouses stuck together with a corridor going down the middle, and these halls can be turned into anything and as they need to. But essentially, it's just a big, tall, massive, great big space. So there will be some air conditioning in it, but we're not going to feel the benefits of it. I mean, I've stood in the NEC for a weekend before, and it's been snowing outside. I've stood in the middle of summer, and you know, it's almost like its own little microclimate. But it's going to be hot with thousands and thousands of people watching, thousands and thousands of people running throughout the day. That heat is going to build, the body heat everyone's going to be putting out. Obviously, you're going to be crammed into the start line, you know, groups of people, and then you're going to be running, and then there's going to be wave after people. So you've got to be prepared for that heat. It almost doesn't matter what time of year it is or what venue, it's going to be hot. When I did wall ball judging earlier this year in London, and was just in, you know, shorts and t-shirt for the day, it was warm. It was comfortable. I certainly didn't, it wasn't kind of super hot, but then all I was doing was counting someone do the wall balls and stand and wait and counting to do the wall balls. You could feel the heat coming off people when they came into the wall ball station. Obviously, it was the last station, but it was hot. They were hot, and you see lots and lots of you know, of the pro men. We joked, it's kind of like, if you're doing the pro men, do you have to go topless? Because it was tend to be spot the pro man that was wearing a top. It was more kind of rare. And again, they're not doing that, you know, if there's a chance of them being cold. So it will be hot. So make sure, again, you're used to training when it's warm. You know, if you've been doing all your running training outside in the cold, and it's a get cold now, make sure you can do some of those warm sessions. Make sure, you know, you can cope with it warm. If you know when it's warm you sweat more and you need to take water on, then be aware of that. You know, either you've got the water stations on the running part of it, or take a small, you know, water bladder on your back if you're going to need to be drinking, because, you know, you suffer particularly from the heat. So don't let heat be one of those things that kind of catches you out. You know, so wear something you're comfortable in, wear something you've worn before. You know, even if it's something kind of brand new, don't get in a brand new thing that the first time you've ever raced in it is on the day. Because if it doesn't quite fit right, if it needs a couple of washes to get right, whatever. So make sure you've worn it, make sure you've washed it, and make sure you're comfortable kind of running in it and doing everything else. Again, for me, I know exactly what that is, and I've worn and I've used all the kind of little bits separately that I know I'm going to be wearing. And again, I've got to do 2 Hyrox in 3 days, so I've got to make sure I've got everything for both those days. And so that, again, it's another thing I haven't got to worry about. Haven't got to worry about, you know, are the shorts going to feel all right? Is the t-shirt, what t-shirt am I going to wear? Is that going to feel good? What socks, what shoes? Take all that out of the equation. Make sure you've trained hard in it. Make sure you've done the running, you've done all the stations in all the bits that you want to wear. So again, you know that everything works for you on the day. Don't let it be an unpleasant surprise when you get round to one of the stations and suddenly go, oh, these shorts are really uncomfortable for this, or, you know, this shirt's too tight. Again, t-shirt's one of those things that I've been kind of experimenting with as to which one to wear. My normal kind of dry fit tops that I wear tend to be a slim fit, which is, you know, there's not a lot of movement of the shirt. I have obviously got full movement. I've got some other ones which are more running based tops, which are medium that aren't slim fit. and so they're a bit more kind of freer. And again, I've experimented with both as to which one I kind of want to wear on the day, which one is going to feel more comfortable when I'm going hard and sweating and things like that. So again, it might sound like a little thing, in the same way the last two things I've talked about in terms of caffeine and fueling might sound like little things. But if you get all the little things right, you just concentrate then on your race. You haven't got 101 little distractions and little things that can crop up and catch you out. And again, this is very much my way of looking at it, in terms of, it's been a new journey for me, something kind of new. I'm one of these annoying people that I tend to dive in and do lots of research and things like that, because I want to get as good as I possibly can, but I also want to just take out as many variables as I can, control as many things as I can, because there's enough things that I can't control. So let me get all the bits that are in my control: what I eat, what I drink, what I wear, how I train, and all of that. So on race day, I know I've just got to concentrate on those 8 runs and those 8 stations, and getting around it as fast as I possibly can, knowing what my partner's strengths and weaknesses are, what my strengths and weaknesses are, and things like that. So yeah, so it's going to be hot. Wear something that's comfortable and you've worn before, and that you've trained in hard before, in the conditions that it's going to be. So hot conditions for at least an hour and a half, so that you feel comfortable in that and know on the day it's going to be spot on. So yeah, just wanted to talk about clothing. 19 days to go. Again, still time to get your perfect outfit and train in it, and and so that you're ready for the race. So 19 days to go. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.